I just had something that was the worst flavor I've ever tasted.
Yikes.
Without a Recipe Kitchen Madness Season Finale.
At the end of today, one of you will be crowned the champion.
She's working overtime today.
I've never eaten this thing before. We're making croquembouche? What? Did Zach know this? I'm not even confident I'm pronouncing that right. Oh no!
Erica should definitely not be making this.
Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's so cold.
Well, that sounds like a massive mistake.
I can't go down like this, bro.
I was doing so well.
The most challenging season we've ever done.
And somehow, I'm here.
Join us for Without a Recipe Live, Revenge Special.
Our first 2 eliminated chefs get one more night in the kitchen.
I'm not surprised that Kwesi was the first to go home. I am surprised that I was the first to go home.
Who is the Without a Recipe Losers Champion?
Ash versus Kwesi.
I've never won an episode of Without a Recipe.
Zach versus Keith.
I will be a sous chef. I am the most brilliant man alive.
Ash, you're going down.
I cannot lose to Kwesi.
Other YouTubers box, we bake. Check out the Without a Recipe Revenge Special right now, only on Second Try TV.
The top 4 Try Guys are back in the test kitchen for the Without a Recipe Kitchen Madness Grand Finale Championship.
What can I need this for?
We started with 8 hopeful chefs, and over the course of a bitter and triumphant season, 4 chefs have gone home. 4 chefs remain, and only one can be crowned champion. Marissa dominated the competition.
Marissa.
Winning first place in every episode thus far.
It feels like I'm eating an earlobe.
No, I didn't really knock it out of the park. The rubric here is what was the most edible.
Joyce had never competed on a cooking show,
A+ for creativity.
but her flavor-forward dishes have earned her 2 straight second-place finishes.
It's just a good feeling. I'm shaking my ass on a yacht.
Meanwhile, Ryan's path to the finale was a much rockier road.
I watched every single Without a Recipe episode that is available to watch.
There's substantial sugar burn.
He overcame his early season struggles to come in first place in pot pies and beat out Keith and Jared in the mochi semifinal.
Ryan.
Then there's Zach, the last great hope of the original Try Guys.
How many bananas did you use?
Well, how much milk did you get?
He lost in the first round.
Are you out of your mind?
But true to his catchphrase that never quite caught on, he has been Zach sweeping through the competition ever since.
I'm going to the finals. I'm the big boy.
And now today for their final task, they're making croquembouche.
Really just so lost.
Will they build an ivory tower?
All the greatest stories ever told begin with someone not realizing their potential.
Or will their patisserie turn into misery?
No matter how much willpower you have, this kitchen will break you.
At the end of today's episode, one of these 4 chefs will be crowned the first ever Without a Recipe Kitchen Madness Champion.
Welcome to the finale of Without a Recipe Kitchen Madness Croquembouche. Hey everyone, I'm Rosanna Pansino, and I am the only person in human history who has survived this many episodes of Without a Recipe. I have a gut of steel. I've tried everything they've thrown at me, and I've enjoyed some of it.
I'm Grant O'Brien. I'm equally qualified to be here. I am, what do I call it? Web personality? I have had croquembouche once at a wedding.
Hi, I'm Monique Chan. I'm a 2 Michelin-starred pastry chef, and I went to pastry school in Paris, and our final exam was croquembouche.
Wow. That was a genuine wow. Wow, you guys are toast. That's bad news.
Croquembouche is a tower of cream puffs. A Croquembouche would be a final in pastry school because it is one of the most challenging things for a pastry chef to execute. It has the fundamentals of French pastry. It has so many elements. It has a million steps, and they compound. If something goes wrong in the beginning, it will only get worse. It should be crispy from the pot au choux and caramel. It should be soft from the pastry cream inside. I did not nail a Croquembouche on my very first try. People can go wrong. I'm not exaggerating, literally every step. On a scale of 1 to 10, this would be 10 to 11. And it takes so long to make that it's really only brought out for really special occasions. This is possibly the most labor-intensive dessert in French pastry canon. Literally no one in their right mind would try this without a recipe. I certainly wouldn't, unless you're a masochist.
Croquembouche. I'm not certain what that is. I Googled a photo. I don't think that qualifies as cheating. I'm freaking out, man. Last week, I made maybe one of my worst things in Without a Recipe history. Yet somehow, it landed me here. I'm the only original try guy left. There's a lot of weight on these shoulders, and I have a bad back.
A croquembouche is a structural marvel, and I'm the only one who knows what it is. I want to sweep. I'll say it. I want to win the whole damn thing.
I never thought I'd be in the finale. I was gonna make that meat pie and make a sexy exit. I know how to make like Haitian patty, and I learned that from my grandma. And I feel like I'm gonna embody her today by being a little bit more calmer and taking my time.
It's all going exactly as I planned. Also, did you forget what I said after I lost Girl Scout cookies? Rags to riches.
What place will you get in the final?
First.
I'm gonna have to make a lot of balls.
You make 72 puffs?
Shut the fuck. I have to make 72 balls?
How many judges are there? What the 72? That's actually upsetting.
What? Zach and Joyce in the finale.
Zach and Joyce in the finale.
You have a little bit of French.
French last name, Louis-Jean. No, I have French blood through historical means.
You and I have not made a single same dish this entire season.
That's true.
And we're together for it. Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Isn't that a fun way to come together? You made it weird.
No, you.
You made it weird.
No.
All right, chefs, in 3, 2, 1. Try to win the championship.
I don't know how to chill.
Let's look
I'm
at
gonna
what
get brown sugar.
Let's look at what we have here.
It needs to be a dough. How do you make dough? So the name of my dish is He Misses My Bush. So basically it's inspired by all my exes that call me repeatedly and they're like, please, can I get that bush one more time? And I'm like, no. It's going to be a croquembouche with Haitian cremas filling. Kind of our version of eggnog, but there's no egg in it. It's just really thick, creamy, full of liquor. I might make powdered donuts. I might make cookies. We don't know. This is without a recipe.
Okay, well, I kind of remember how to make choux pastry. Do you know what that is?
It's either the croque or the bouche. For my croquembouche, I'm going to make Ryan's favorite, which I showcase to the world in Eat the Menu Costco, a thing that I created as a high schooler, taking a chocolate chip muffin, putting something special in it like a Milky Way or a Snickers bar, putting in the microwave, melting it through, and covering the whole thing with whipped cream and eating it in one sitting. So the flavor elements are gonna be dark chocolate, dark cocoa powder, Milky Ways, fun yummies that go into the chocolate tower. I don't have any technique or knowledge, but what I do know how to do is how to burn caramel sauce.
Do we have anything spicier than paprika? I am making a dulce de leche croquembouche. And maybe add some spiciness, salted caramel hazelnuts. Maybe I'll make it like a red. Am I the only one freaking out because I'm the only one who knows what a croquembouche is?
Huh, Zach, what you doing up there?
Well, I've been saving up for a new ladder. This one's pretty good. But that's why it's important I'm on top of my finances, and I'm using SoFi to help me earn more with my cash.
Oh, are you using a high yield savings account with SoFi?
An HYSA, for those in the know. Yes, I have been.
I love SoFi checking and savings because I can earn more money on my money with their highly competitive APY. With direct deposit, I can earn 9 times the national average savings rate.
I'm gonna buy like 7 ladders.
Use your money wisely.
Yeah.
You're being so wise with SoFi HYSA. Don't don't waste it all on ladders.
It's not a waste if I can climb cool places. With SoFi checking and savings, you get paid up to 2 days early, pay no account fees, and can earn up to $300 when you sign up with direct deposit.
Wow. Well, it's been 6 months and whoa, Zach. Now that's what I call a ladder.
You're telling me, boss.
Well, you guys can put your money on a ladder too. Click the link in our description or scan the QR code on screen to sign up today. Thanks, SoFi.
I love my ladder.
Yeah, it's a nice ladder.
I'm pandering to the judges. Everyone loves Christmas, and so I want them to feel that joy. I'm not confident that I can bring a croquembouche, but I can bring pizzazz. I'm making a winter wonderland. It's gonna be a Christmas time inspired bouche. I'm taking everything I've ever learned in this show. A gingerbread dough, a peppermint filling, and a cranberry caramel sauce. I don't know how to make balls so sticky that they defy gravity.
You get no structural support.
You get no what? We get no structural support?
Welcome to the final, bitch.
Oh my God.
Maybe I'm more unprepared for this than I originally thought.
First, the bakers will have 1 hour to make crackling.
What the is a crackling?
I'm hour 1 crackling.
What is a crackling?
This is no longer without a recipe. This is without a language. Make a glorp-de-glorp. I don't know what a crackling is.
I don't know what Rachel, I don't know what crackling means. It's not a word that's used by normal people.
Crackling, it literally means like a cracker. It's a sort of cookie-ish topping that goes on top of choux.
This is crazy.
So I think
this is crazy.
It has to be something that's small enough to go on top of the pastry. Do you understand?
No.
It gives it an additional flavor. It gives it an additional texture.
It goes right on top of the croquembouche.
It's like a hat.
It's like a little beret. Yeah.
Like a little.
And it also helps to constrain the choux.
Okay,
Right.
I think I'm gonna try to make a hazelnut crackling.
Can you just tell me what crackling is?
Can I?
It's like a sugar crackling top.
Okay, so, okay.
It's very simple. 3 ingredients. 50 grams of butter. And then equal parts flour and turbinado sugar.
We got some AP flour, some brown sugar. I put some anise star oil, just to give it that little Caribbean taste.
So I have 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of powdered sugar. Who knows how much milk?
There is no milk or egg. Crackling, it's like crumbly and delightful.
Maybe some egg. I'll add milk.
And because it is only 3 ingredients, that ratio changes really fast.
And now I'm gonna mix in vanilla, 2 eggs of maple syrup. It's looking goopy. I think it needs more flour. So what do you got going on, Joyce?
I don't know.
Because yours looks like almost a frosting.
Tastes like licorice. I don't even know if this is gonna taste bad.
Actually, I like not knowing what we're making.
I'm looking for almost like a Play-Doh texture. Like I want it to be soft, but for it to come together.
1 cup of flour and 1 cup of hazelnut and a 1/4 cup regular sugar. Some Nutella vibes, some homemade Nutella crackling, let's go!
So far, I have sugar and butter. I put a 1.5 cups of flour. I put some cocoa powder in there.
You can definitely put other things in crackling, but you would just need to make sure you manage the texture of it.
I think I'm gonna add some chocolate to mine too. A little bit of chocolate with the hazelnut.
That looks like Jared's cereal.
Cocoa powder always has this tendency to like suck up moisture.
I feel like I go to the gym so much, and yet I'm always so tired in this kitchen. Where's the machine at the gym that does this?
To roll it out, I use parchment sheets.
Okay, so that's a good sign. When she's struggling for her life, I think so.
Oh, this is a sticky thing.
I wouldn't use flour to roll it out because that will change the texture of it like immediately.
I mean, hey, this is a dough.
I think these are as skinny as they're gonna get, looking like they fresh off of Ozempic.
I think I gotta make mine skinnier. It has to crack.
It has to crack.
It has to crack.
It's in the name. All right, well, I'm gonna put it in the oven. That oven's out there.
See what happens.
Do a tester.
And are you going to bake it?
We're not going to bake it before we put it on the unbaked choux, but we will bake it all at the same time.
What is crackling? We do not know.
I think it's cooked with the pastry.
You should not pre-bake your crackling. That's so funny.
Put it in there for 12 minutes. I'm gonna go back in there and make something else that's different to try to figure out what crackling is.
Okay, I think it's gotta stay cold, so I'm putting mine in the freezer.
You think it goes in the freezer, huh?
I think so, to keep the butter cold.
So you think not in the oven? Should I not have put it in the oven? That's a bad idea, huh? Come into the oven, come into the oven. What's it gonna be? We don't know. Smells good. Fun. Look at those cracks. That baby is crackling. Maybe that's what they mean. Maybe that's what they mean about crackling. One word, describe it. He said crackling. Hop behind.
What?
It's crackling, baby. You notice that crackling? Look at that. I almost grabbed it with my bare hand.
Oh my God.
And then I'm just going to put this on a flat tray and put it in the freezer.
I'm just gonna put it in the fridge.
Fridge,
Yeah.
I think this is freezer.
Ooh, fridge. You put it in the freezer, I put it in the fridge. We do an experiment.
Dude, our mochi still has survived. You want a mochi, Joyce?
No, I heard it was disgusting.
Well, let's see, I'm trying to make this mix real quick. It's not quite coming together. We're just gonna have to go with what we have. Real sandy. This just feels like it's so dry. I just need a little human oil.
Human oil. No.
So bring it together.
With what's supposed to be the easy step out of the way, the bakers now have 90 minutes to make their pâte à choux and prep all 72 pastries for the oven.
72. This is such a scary number.
I've made choux pastry twice. Both times were in this kitchen, and they were months ago.
I thought that I was gonna pipe this, and there's no piping stuff anywhere.
It's right here.
What we're making pâte à choux is choux pastry. Okay, so the first thing we are putting in the pot is our liquids. So I have water, milk, and the smallest bit of sugar and salt.
I'm gonna try to make a choux. Wait. Is it milk or is it water? Wait. Monique, the 2 Michelin star pastry chef extraordinaire is the one who taught me how to make choux pastry. When I cooked it for the Phoning It In episode, what did I do?
Yum.
Am I making choux?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Oh, I've never made choux before. Am I making choux? I'm going tunnel vision now because I'm tunnel vision. Remember. I think I'm gonna do milk and water. Regular sugar. This is right.
Wow.
I kind of remember.
Salt.
And salt. Gotta salt everything.
Always salt.
Maybe some baking powder? I can't remember if there's baking soda or powder in this shit. Brown sugar. Monique is the one who taught me how to make choux pastry.
That's what's the most exciting part of the show, is when Marissa goes tunnel vision.
We are going to add a little bit of butter. The butter should be in pretty small pieces.
All right, so what I think is I'm gonna start by getting some butter and water hot. Maybe I will add some milk.
I've made eclairs before with Johnny, and you start with a goo, and then the goo becomes more. So right now we have 2 sticks of butter.
Is this how you make a roux? No, that's cheese. Is that butter? I don't know anything.
And then once this has come up to a boil, I'm gonna turn it off, and then I'm gonna dump in my flour.
I'm gonna wait for her to get to a boil. And then I'm going to get my flour. That's the kind of pastry I used to make with the Haitian patty.
Okay, I put in 1 cup of flour, and it's goopy. It also looks kind of curdled. I was Johnny's puppet last time. He stuck his hands in me and had his way with me.
And now we're just gonna dry it out. Stir, 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 stir. Okay, here we go.
Oh shit. Okay. It's bubbling.
I'm going to slowly add flour to it and mix. That's looking like something. I think I should put the cocoa powder in here too.
Oh no, it's lumpy! Ah! No.
After that, you want to cook the dough to just the right amount where it's dried out.
Oh, wait, it's coming together. Oh, shit.
Whoa, what a wild consistency. It's like so smooth.
But if you add flavoring such as chocolate to your dough, it will definitely change the consistency.
So now I have my cremis, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, frickin' allspice. It looks like porridge. like a bear is gonna break into my house and eat it.
And
or
do
wait,
things to
no,
you.
opposite. I broke into the bear's house.
And I'm gonna put it in this mixing bowl, and we're going to cool it down just a little bit before we add our eggs. Otherwise, it would scramble.
Are you gonna do more stuff with it?
Yes.
Next, I'm gonna put it in my KitchenAid and mix it with something.
What?
Am I gonna do exactly what Marissa does? Let me just taste it. I have to taste it before I figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna either mix it with nothing or maybe milk. I won't do anything else. You can go ahead now, Marissa, and do the real thing.
Okay. Now I think I gotta whip.
Or eggs. I might put eggs. Marissa didn't do anything yet. I might put eggs. I didn't even look over there. I might put eggs. You didn't even have eggs. Ha! I couldn't have stolen from her. It took me a while to think of it. I'm gonna put eggs in it. Oh.
It looks like a brownie. And now I'm gonna put some eggs in here.
So for this amount of dough, we're going to be adding about 3 to 4 eggs.
I need 6 more eggs.
Any more than that would be too much.
I feel like I need more eggs, so I'm not gonna around.
Right.
It's just like, I want it to be dense, but I want it to be fluffy.
You know this from your grandma?
Yeah. She was a caterer. Add another egg. I don't know. You need egg yolk, not egg white.
And there's a really delicate balance of moisture in choux dough between the liquids that you've just cooked out and then also the sort of moisture that's going to be added in from the eggs.
I feel like I've used 6,000 eggs. I feel like it needs to be fluffy. And fat makes things fluffy.
Eggs make fluffy.
Once it's not super hot to the touch anymore, we are going to add them one by one.
You guys see the amount of effort I'm putting into this?
Yeah, why is it so yellow?
I don't know. I feel like she should be a little bit smoother. Here, add some milk.
If you add food dye, it will definitely change the consistency.
Ooh, I'm gonna make mine look like a Christmas tree, Joyce. I'm gonna make it look all green and like a tree, and oh, that's fun. I'm making green eggs and ham. Oh my God.
Okay.
A nightmare.
And then you'll sort of have to rebalance that moisture to dry ratio.
Maybe I'll do paprika in here and make them red.
You got food coloring over there.
There is food coloring. Okay, here it goes. Whoa!
Oh.
I'm in the making it different stage.
If you add too much food dye, when you go to pipe them, they'll just be really flat and probably won't rise very well in the oven.
Oh, baby! They're gonna look like little bloody balls.
Ew. What did you call them?
They're gonna look like little bloody balls.
Ew.
What we're looking for is the dough to fall off the hook. And when I flip it over, it forms this little, what in French is called a bec d'oiseau. It's like a bird's beak.
I put 3 eggs in this guy, and he's super creamy. Again, kind of like the crackling. I don't know what I want.
She's just a little lumpy girl. A little lumpy girl that doesn't know what's going on. And I'm like, hashtag same, bro. Pipe the second
Ooh,
bag.
I would say that putting the green in there was a mistake. It looks like geese poop.
My grandma converted to Judaism. Passover, Hanukkah.
You did Passover?
Yeah, because my grandma converted.
Yeah.
I thought those were all Haitian holidays. Turns out.
All the Haitians in the desert for 500 years.
There are right ways and wrong ways to fill a pastry bag.
You know what my favorite part's about Without a Recipe? People who don't know how to use these. You know why? Because I didn't know how to use these.
You did not use
My
them.
research helped in this episode somehow.
So I snip off the end, I put the tip in, and then to seal it, I'll twist it and just stop the bottom.
Here it comes, the moment of pipe. Oh, this is so thick. It's supposed to be this thick?
This is kind of more like a, I don't know what color this is.
That's so smart.
Okay, so I have 3 different goûts here, and I'm just gonna get them all prepped. The brown reads gingerbread, the green reads mistake. Gotta get the batter to the bottom.
24 minutes.
Okay, so now that we have our choux pastry and our crackling dough, we are going to get them ready for the oven.
This is gonna be the worst piping ever. I will not have enough to make 72.
To make sure that they're all the same size and the size that I want, I'm going to draw at least one template.
I don't think I have time for the Sharpie method. I'm just gonna squirt inside the circle.
Even I wouldn't just try to eyeball them willy-nilly.
Again, I'm not strong enough. I put so much kitchen oil, they're just sliding around.
Oh, Ryan, you're piping out little shit.
Yeah!
I am holding this very vertically. I don't want any sort of angle.
I'm finding that if I start low and let it kind of emanate out, it creates more of a circle. Oh, look at that.
They're beautiful.
Oh, yours is really wet.
I know. I made a wet batch and a thick batch.
One's too wet, one's too thick. So you put them both together.
They should be good to go.
You got yourself a stew.
I think it's going good.
Yours looks so cute.
Oh, they do. They look really cute.
I'm supposed to fit 72 on this one tray. We're not moving fast enough.
All right. She looks like something different, something new. It's not over. Your pussy will pop another day.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna somehow assemble this into a tower? Like,
The crackling.
What about the crackling?
We have to shape the crackling too. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's so cold. Oh no. Oh, that's so cold.
okay, so if I were a hat, I'd be the littlest hat that ever was. That can't be what this is. This is crazy. Just a little circle? You're telling me that that's what we think? That's what we think. I mean, it's hilarious. Okay.
So the ratio of crackling hat to shoe ball is like equal.
Since I don't know what to do with the crackling, nor do I know if I have crackling,
Okay.
this is what I'm gonna guess it's supposed to be. Okay,
This
moving
is
on.
not thin enough, but.
Well, what are you gonna do? Re-thin it out? There's no time for that, Marissa.
There's no time.
I'm getting to the part where I start not giving
That if I'm doing anything right, it's because of Joyce.
No, I don't even know if I'm doing anything right.
I'm 71 and a half.
72, that's so many.
The hats are on. The berets are on, baby.
Why am I doing this in one trip?
Put her in, baby. Yeah.
I want to pass out. I want a bottle of wine. I want to be in a yacht. I want to make a diss song.
With their profiteroles in the oven, it's up to the bakers to decide when to take them out. They can take as much time as they need.
Once your crackling are on your shoe and they're in the oven, they should bake for at least 20 minutes.
All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Yours are brown.
Are they burnt?
Oh no. They are flattening and they are gooing.
I'm taking her out.
I'm putting mine back in.
Mine look great.
They look great. Yours look so
They
good.
look so cute. Wow.
Mine are
These ones look good.
toppled over. These are so flat. How
You're
are
gonna
mine
take it
so
out.
flat? My stuff didn't rise. What do I do? I don't think more time is gonna help.
They might look set at 20 minutes. Then they should be rotated and baked for at least another 20 minutes to dry them out fully.
Oh my gosh.
Is it raw?
It's raw.
You gotta put it back in.
But they're burnt on the outside.
No, they just have personality. We're putting it back in.
You can
Ryan,
put creme in. Yeah?
this is not cooked.
Oh wow, you're just like dough, huh?
Should we put them back in?
Yeah, it's just goo.
You definitely should not be baking your pasta for less than 35 to 40 minutes.
This is
sometime-
my fall. This is my fall from grace.
The
You're
mighty must
witnessing
fall.
it
Yeah.
live.
This is the villain
Not
track.
live. I helped you.
This is the villain track.
I helped you.
Turn the oven off and leave the door open so that we don't shock them with the cold and maybe they deflate more.
If there's anything you cannot do, like literally, you cannot open the oven during the shoe bake.
With this angle, you can really see that one in the back that's like, its little crackling hat's really standing tall and happy.
Because the steam that is helping them expand will escape and they will just collapse in on themselves.
I made shitty gingerbread cookies that look like geese shit with biscuits on top for some reason.
You have to do something of like the shock of the temperature. So if you let it slowly go up, it's just cool.
It's gonna melt. Well, they already melted.
Yeah.
I was doing so well.
For a shoe that's falling over or flattening, there is so much that has gone on in that process to get to this point that you really just can't recover from. I don't know what to say.
I was waiting this whole time. actually know how to make this kind of.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
It tastes like licorice, but it doesn't overwhelm the flavor. I'm a happy girl. I have a plan. Like Raven, I have a vision.
For the final hour of day 1, it's time for the bakers to prep their filling.
Do you think that it's frosting or it's curd?
I don't know how to make a curd.
This one kind of looks like a sad penis. This one looks like a tiny sad pee-pee. Ryan.
No!
See, look what I made!
Wow, that is quite penile.
Right?
Yeah. Little croquembouche.
Remember when I was sad? Turns out you just need a penis.
What are the... Wow.
Next, in our lineup, we have pastry cream, which we are then going to lighten into crème légère. So in this pot is milk, heavy cream, and salt, and I'm just going to heat it slowly.
I'm going eggy goo. I made a thingy with Johnny, and I'm gonna misremember it and nail it. And I wanna make a sort of peppermint frosting.
I would be really careful about filling it with really strong flavors such as peppermint or alcohol.
The worst thing that could happen is someone goes, I sort of taste the Christmas. Yeah, we got peppermint extract in the milk.
Because it'll be so overpowering. As soon as you take a bite, that flavor is going to explode everywhere in your mouth.
And then peppermint candies.
Pastry cream, it has a lot of ingredients, but it's fairly simple.
Peppermint. It tastes like Christmas. I think it needs more peppermint. I wanna smack him in the face with Christmas. Santa's gonna come down that chimney and pop!
So the rest of our ingredients are gonna go into this bowl. At the base, our egg yolks, we are going to add sugar, and you just whisk it until it lightens in color.
Okay, I think I'm gonna make a custard. I'm making dulce de leche.
Sweet of milk.
Sweet of milk. Condensed milk, regular milk, maybe a little too much cornstarch. And I think I'm gonna add eggs.
And now we're gonna temper, which is very important. We're gonna add a little bit of this really hot liquid. You can easily scramble your egg at this stage.
Oh, it's thickening up. It's thickening up. I think that's what I needed. I needed more heat. That tastes good. Damn, that tastes good.
Damn it.
Mm.
I'm so proud of you.
You can fill it with something that's pretty creative.
For mine, I'm just kind of like making the base for the cremas. So cremas is kind of like coquito. It's a thicker, syrupy, island-flavored alcoholic drink.
And Christmas is a holiday that has been exploited by capitalism.
Carnation milk, evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk. That's where it gets most of its thickness from. Then I just add coconut cream, some nutmeg, some cloves. I put it on low heat until it's like thick as hell.
I have a favor to ask, Joyce.
Of course, baby.
I can't drink milk. It hurts my tummy.
I'm heavily lactose intolerant.
You are too.
But I don't mind having diarrhea, so I'll try. I raw dog life. I thought y'all didn't notice.
I would be really careful about using something like melted chocolate in the filling.
I think I'm gonna make a couple different fillings. I'm gonna start melting down some Milky Ways.
I would be careful of using things like candy bars just because it's so heavy and has a tendency to become really dense.
I wanted to remind me of that Ryan surprise that I would have after school every day in high school. And that's where I've gone here. It is sticky.
You want this to remain really light.
Think that the base for custard is egg yolks. Then there's gotta be sugar, maybe some kind of cream, add a little layer on top, and it's very goopy. It's really not a custard at all. It's just soup. You always add M&Ms slowly. You don't wanna add M&Ms all at once or else you'll get a whole mess. God, I'm feeling like Zach.
And then we're adding whipped cream. So it makes it a lot lighter. Pastry cream is really delicious, but it can be really heavy both in flavor and in texture. And so crème légère means literally light cream.
Oh, it's so gloopy. I can't believe how much cornstarch is going in this. I don't even know what kind of goo's supposed to be in it. Is it frosting? Is it cheesecake?
So because my thing's not thick enough, I'm just gonna put whipping cream in there, whip it, and then pour my filling into it.
One way or another, we are getting
thick.
It went back in the pot because it was not thick enough. Okay. More cornstarch.
More cornstarch. M&Ms and cornstarch. Maybe that will become something. Let's put it in the fridge for now.
10 seconds, Joyce. 7.
Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at this?
Hands up.
Exhausted.
I feel-
so sweaty.
In a way I've never felt like
I
this.
feel like my spirit is in the other room and my body is on the floor.
You see, France? Not so hard.
It's day 2. For their final test, the bakers will join together in one kitchen to make their caramel, build their structure, and decorate.
The 4 best bakers we've ever assembled on this show.
Why are you lying?
So next we're going to fill and just right into that hole. And I'm going to carefully pipe until I can feel it come back out.
Here goes nothing, I guess.
You're going straight to it.
I can't tell what's happening. I think it's filling.
Where are the piping tips?
Okay, 1.
You can feel the weight of it as you're squeezing.
Okay, let me get my penis filled.
Sorry?
Once you fill them, they get so much heavier.
Oh! Oh no, you popped the seal.
burst.
I popped the bag. Oh shit. What? This confirms to me that, oh boy, I'm just creating a vacuum inside. You can't fill a wall. You know?
If this filling were running at the end, I would be so worried.
I'm going to mix my filling and add the rum. Oh, that tastes like liquor, baby. Just wanted a little bit more smoky. It loosened it up. I didn't put that much. I just put 1.5 cups.
Joyce,
That's so much alcohol.
you got 1.5 cups of alcohol?
Yeah.
That's a lot of liquid to add.
So when you fill something that has a hole in the bottom, you don't want it to just run out.
I'm just digging the pipe in. Ooh, and it's pouring out from the back, so I know that one got filmed up. I thought I made a little cavern. I definitely did not make much of one.
I haven't looked at anyone else's until now.
And how you feeling?
A lot more confident than I used to be.
Shut up, you are.
Over the next hour, the bakers continue to fill all 72 pastries.
I'm not having fun.
Hey, Joyce, how can we get you to start having some fun?
They then spend another entire hour making caramel
I added paprika and chili flakes to mine. I'm gonna make a spicy caramel.
and failing to make caramel.
We added butter, we added cranberry juice, we're sizzling. Say it with me, everybody. Cornstarch.
No!
Caramel could be as basic as sugar cooked.
It looks like peanut brittle. You just have hard rocks of sugar in there.
But now, every chef but Zach is finally ready to build their towers.
I had a great consistency, and then I just had to go and put in cranberry juice, because how else am I gonna make it cranberry flavored? But now, it's juice.
You added juice and you're upset that it's juice?
Yeah, well, when you put it that way, yeah.
And so now we're going to assemble it. This is like the most important part, the culmination of all of our hard work.
I'm using the flatter ones on the bottom. These are my bricks, and spicy caramel is my mortar.
Traditionally for croquembouche, each choux is individually dipped the top before it's assembled into a tower.
I don't know if this is what this little brush is for, but it's helping me get the bottom.
Holy shit, Ryan, you
Ryan,
are
you're flying.
flying.
I'm
You're
getting some
flying,
height.
Ryan.
To really qualify as a croquembouche, you really need to have this caramel layer on the top.
Joyce's is shiny as hell.
Joyce's
It's
is
unbelievable.
shiny.
Whoa.
That's gorgeous, Joyce.
Everybody's got such caramelly caramel, and mine's still so juicy. I put nothing in here.
You put juice in there. You literally put lemon juice.
You also have to work really fast because your choux are cold, which is bringing down the temperature of this caramel every time that you dip.
Okay, so now it's not dipping anymore, so I have to reheat this. But I don't want to burn it.
And then just keep your heat source handy because sometimes you need to rewarm it.
No, my spicy caramel smells f***ing weird. Tasted really bad. It was really burnt. I gotta start over.
I'm learning something. I thought that you needed a little bit of lemon juice. The sugar becomes goo on its own. That's what caramel is.
Oh, I hate caramel!
And this is where pastry meets architecture. We rotate them up so that the beautiful side, all of our hard work, is on display.
Putting it on, going as fast as I can, blacking out, no thoughts.
I don't like this caramel at all. I'm starting over again.
If you stack them on top of each other, bottom touching top, the weight of the choux would squish itself. All the filling would likely come out.
I don't know how this is ever gonna meet. I can't believe mine is standing, but also it's not very tall.
So we have our first layer. We go concentrically in, removing one choux per ring. Because if you go directly one into each cavity, you end up with a cylinder, not a cone.
I just freeballed it, like I freeball everything.
There wasn't an episode without a recipe that really helped me here. Nothing from all of that watching helped me today.
The brown is ugly.
Okay, I think I'm ready for the peen. The piece de resistance.
No peanuts were harmed in the making of this production.
Well,
Well,
not yet.
49 minutes.
Okay. So at this point, once I'm happy with everything, we'll do a little bit of spun sugar, string.
I'm salted carameling my nuts, and then I'm going to spread it around with joy.
This is just to make it extra glittery. Caramel's really sparkly.
But this is not reading Crimis. You want to look at this and say, ooh-wee, Crimis. That's a snowy mountain, motherfucker.
24.
Yeah, added a few gold bows, and now we're finishing with gold leaf.
I'm probably just gonna put some coconut flakes and add some seasoning to it, give it that island flavor. So I'm using the filling as a part of the decoration.
Okay, 17 minutes.
I'm putting on the hot caramel and then hoping that the M&Ms will stick to it.
Was this always part of the plan, Ryan?
Ryan, surprise, baby!
4 minutes.
I'm just trying to make some sweet cranberries.
I want it to do more of this stringy stuff, artfully like make it like a little bit of a nest.
1 more minute, chefs.
No!
It's like one of the hardest pastries ever.
Of all
It took us
time.
being so great to get here. Let's not forget that.
I know I don't have the most accurate croquembouche because I'm still not sure what it is, but I do think that my presentation can knock their socks off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, chefs!
Very sticky.
Wow, Merry Christmas!
Welcome to the finale of Without a Recipe, Kitchen Madness, Croquembouche. Today, we will be judging on presentation, taste, creativity, and is it a croquembouche?
Something that I would love to see is like a delightful combination of textures. The crackling should be crispy and sweet.
Super simple, but really well done caramel. It's a showpiece. So that height and that silhouette, making it visually striking is important.
This recipe could go wrong everywhere. This is a French dessert. I can't believe you guys did this. A TV show asked me to make it for this hour-long special we did, and I told them, I said, that is insane.
Esteemed judges, we all know that making a croquembouche is a bitch. So I have made for you today a dulce de leche filled spicy caramel cock and bitch.
Ooh. Wow, what a color.
Well, right away, and tell me if I'm wrong, people who know what they're talking about, but I don't think it's supposed to collapse on itself.
Yeah, you would want it to be structurally sound.
Yeah. Good, right? We want it to be good. And this isn't.
I don't like you as a new judge. Wow, I don't like this edition.
I don't like flat shoe buns. So.
So did you use a cone?
No, just my little hands and giant brain.
So you did this without a cone?
Yes.
Huh. It's actually really straight, I'll say that. It's not leaning, it is sort of soft looking, but it is really giving like Dante's circles of hell. Yes.
Circles of hell. Yes.
I've never seen nuts like that on a croquembouche. That's new to me. And it's kind of because of the pile is lower, and I apologize, kind of lumpier. You know, I grew up with horses around on my dad's side of the family. And this is it's kind of like one time they got into these little orange buds. Blossoms, and they ate a bunch of them, and they came out in their poop like this because they came out solid. They just went right through the digestive tract, and they were sprinkled all in there, and it made me giggle a little. Well, are you guys around horses much? How they come out they come out in about this shoe size in a pile like this. This is pretty accurate. Not the color, but this is actually.
Now that you've said that, I can't unsee it.
No, it really. If maybe you've been hiking on a trail and you've seen some droppings.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It does sound delicious. I will say it sounds great, even though it looks like horse shit.
Accurately described.
Have you realized that the one on top looks like a little penis?
Wait a minute. Yeah, hang on. Let's have it.
Okay.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
Oh, it has. No.
That's funny.
Now we're into part of my expertise. So right here is going to be the shaft, and then the crackling forms what's called the glands. I'm going to take that one right off the top.
Do I just grab anyone?
Well, I mean, I would grab from the top.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Creamy.
You just went for it, huh?
Just couldn't wait.
Oh, was I not supposed to? I'm sorry. Something looks like this. I just have to put it right in my mouth. That was my mistake. I'm sorry.
This is really full. It's really full.
Yeah. The theme just really came together.
Oh, it came.
Yeah. I really like the flavors in there. Like I like the flavors that I'm getting. It's just the texture of it is off. But I love the cream. The filling was so good. And I get a little spice lingering on my tongue, and it's just a hint.
This was actually more creative than I expected. Love the flavor and really like the dulce de leche of it.
I am not getting as much spice as I was hoping for, given the presentation. But what happened with the crackling? It's very soft. Maybe it wasn't baked long enough.
How long?
They feel dry maybe after even like 25 minutes or so, but you actually have to keep it in there for another 20 minutes.
Does adding food coloring change the consistency of choux?
Red is so hard. It's gonna add all that liquid, which obviously changes the ratio.
But the flavors, let's talk about that.
The flavor is great.
This is the first thing that I've ever eaten at this table that I've wanted to take more bites out of.
Wow. All right, so we're done here. We're done here.
Wait a minute, are the rest of these gonna suck?
Judges, is it croquembouche?
Definitely a croquembouche.
I will say, this is croquembouche.
Row.
I think it is. It's a little beat up, but
aren't we all?
But for your first one, and without a recipe, yeah.
You guys didn't have a recipe?
This is the best thing I've ever made.
Yikes.
All right, so today I made croquembouche, and it's called He Misses My Bouche. It is a crémasse inspired. Crémasse is kind of a Haitian drink that has liquor in it. It has rum, and it's very strong, very thick, just like my bouche. And, when it came to this recipe, I was very inspired. I really think I put all the pieces together to create something so iconic, so beautiful, so wonderful that you'll be wowed when you taste it. So, can you please bring it in? Thank you.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, that looks great.
What else?
I said wow when I opened my eyes. I think it's very pretty.
There's a lot of flavors. There might not be filling.
You know those waterfalls that they have in pools in Hawaii? It
Like
looks
in the
just a
islands,
rock
you know?
structure that's...
Island girl.
Yeah. So it is kind of tropical in that sense.
It's a good height.
Yeah.
There's coconut, there's pineapple, there's mint. I mean, every ingredient I love in a drink. They're pretty flat. So did all of them, they just didn't rise very much, or?
The top got so dark, and I was so nervous that it was burning.
And you know filling actually goes inside, right?
Yeah.
Because that is right there in the name.
So these are empty on the inside. The filling's on the outside.
We don't,
Inside out. Oh, at least they're...
Yes.
Well, that sounds like a massive mistake.
It sounds like a level of genius that I don't think you can articulate yet.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
Honestly, really good effort on the construction of it.
It is beautiful. Yeah, I'll go one more right off the top there. Ooh, you gotta break that off a little.
So I always get nervous that, they're not gonna hold together.
Yeah.
But this is so sturdy, because as I was picking it up, I can feel how sturdy this thing is. Now watch this. Oh God. Watch this. It all stays together a little too much. This thing is... Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of cemented itself.
They're thick. They're thick, and they love each other, and they care about each other.
Real sturdy. This is a sturdy dessert.
Really sturdy, not a compliment.
Oh.
Flavor is lovely.
I do like the flavor.
That flavor is really nice.
But
that's all I know how to do.
But I'm getting a little at the end, a little burnt. Something's burnt, but everything else delicious.
There is something really interesting going on as well with the crackling. Was it pretty thick?
It was.
Okay, because it's almost the same thickness as the choux.
Boy, that crackling really is hard. It really is very, very hard.
It is.
Dense.
It's really dense on the top.
Dense, but it's not dry. There are eggs in the crackling?
I think so.
Yeah, you don't want to use eggs in your crackling.
Why? What is it?
It's in the dough, but not the topping.
Not the top.
The topping is basically like a really basic cookie.
Yeah, like a cookie.
I know, usually what I like about it is on the outside, you get a little crunch, and then on the inside, creamy flavor.
It's inverted filling.
It's inverted filling. It's inverted filling, according to my peep.
I love the flavors.
Yeah, the flavor was great.
I just wish they were all inside like a big surprise.
Yeah, like a croquembouche.
Yeah, I wanted something that was dark and rustic and sensual. Subverting what the croquembouche is.
That wasn't a good idea.
Okay, Grant, is this a croquembouche?
No.
Wow.
So quick.
Why would you think it was?
Okay, so this looks like one, but the filling isn't on the inside, and that's like a big part of it. So I'm feeling very conflicted. With no cream inside, I'd have to say it's not a traditional one.
I've never been traditional.
I think, unfortunately, I really want to give it to you, Joyce, but I agree, because it's just by look only a croquembouche, but not really truly by form and function.
Or taste, there's about 1,000 ways this is not a croquembouche.
You ate that cookie up like it was
It's
Sunday
good.
afternoon.
I'm not going to sit here and say it's bad. Well, it's fine.
You know what? This is a really good donut.
No, it's not that either.
Esteemed judges, and may it please the court. I'm Ryan Garcia, and this season on Without a Recipe, I have been honoring my own heritage as well as my own personal history. And that has all come to this finals moment where I'd like to really honor an important part of my history that I actually showcased on Try Guys in the Eat the Menu with Keith of Costco. It's called the Ryan Surprise. Let me take you back to a young Ryan coming home from high school, taking a double chocolate muffin from Costco, peeling off the wrapper, scooping off the top, and putting a little surprise inside. Perhaps it would be a Milky Way or some other kind of chocolate, or M&M.
sorry.
Don't worry about it. You never know when the surprise is coming. And then I put it in the microwave for 47 seconds, let it goo through, take it out, and cover the whole thing in whipped cream and tell my mom that my friends were eating all the muffins. I'd like to present with you now my Croquembouche inspired version of that, Ryan's Surprise. Close your eyes.
Wow!
Whoa!
Hey!
The Ryan Surprise.
The caramel's fabulous. The caramel looks great on there.
It's dripped everywhere. That's really pretty. I love that. I've never seen a dessert like this before.
Well, I wanted to make it feel like this was a Croquembouche made for a Ryan Garcia child birthday.
It's a pretty good height.
Yeah,
I
it's that
mean,
height.
that's a good height.
Might be the highest one you've seen yet.
And I love the personal story, and I love how creative it is. I've never seen one of these desserts with like Milky Way bars and little candies all over here.
Visually, right now, this one is in the lead for me. This is the best looking of them so far.
Perfect.
Did you say what kind of cream is inside?
Yeah, so there's two different types of creme. A dark chocolate creme, as well as Milky Way creme, wherein I melted down 18 mini Milky Ways.
Yeah, the shape of the shoe buns looks pretty bad.
They've got some fluff, but flat.
They're consistent, though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Consistently bad.
Now get in there and get messy like you're a kid at a party.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
listen to
really
that.
stuck together.
I heard a crack.
There's lots of crackling.
Oh, what is that? Is that just a chunk of cream?
Loving the sound.
Oh my. So sorry.
Please.
Can't take me anywhere.
Skittles rolling down. The M&M's rolling down.
This chunk of caramel is huge.
Yeah.
Ryan, where's the filling?
Well, here's the problem with the filling.
see
It's
what's
the same color as the dough.
That's not the problem. The problem is the filling has become part of the dough,
Look,
and it's.
I don't did it? It's
I think it's soaked in.
It's like a big muffin.
Yeah. Like
it is like a big muffin.
The big muffin from Costco that Ryan would have every day that his friends would eat.
Yeah.
Should I eat the candy bar with it?
No, the candy bar was more just show.
Oh, okay, just for decor.
Yeah, so I would tell my mom that my friends ate all the muffins, so she would continue to purchase them, but I was the only one eating. I would eat a muffin a day.
I don't think I took the right bite.
Try again.
It's so doughy.
If at first you don't succeed.
And I got all crunch. I mean, really crunchy.
Surprise.
Is there chocolate in the crackling as well?
There sure is. There's chocolate everywhere.
Yeah, texturally, it's a disaster.
Go on.
What does it taste like?
Yeah.
I wish it tasted more like chocolate. It doesn't. It honest to God doesn't taste all that much like chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
There's so much chocolate in
I
there.
know.
I am flabbergasted at how not chocolate that was.
Would you even say impressed?
I am impressed by how not chocolatey this chocolate dessert was.
He's
It
impressed.
kind of though, Ryan, it kind of does have a little similarity to that Costco chocolate muffin. Little bit.
You did it.
Like, especially where it's really soft here, because those Costco muffins have so much moisture.
So much moisture.
They were just like,
Oh, I could have one right now.
right?
I grabbed from the bottom this time, and there is the filling is much more pronounced down here at the bottom.
That's true.
There's a whole filling.
I wonder if one of my fillings held together and one of my fillings, surprise, got incorporated into the shoe.
Whoa, that's sweet. Yeah, it's good, but woo,
Is it chocolatey as well?
Yeah, it's chocolate on chocolate.
Chocolate on
It's
chocolate
a
on
lot of
chocolate on chocolate on chocolate,
Woo.
just like I planned.
French pastry can take itself really seriously given the culture that it comes from. And so for it to be subverted in this way that's really childlike and fun is really creative.
I have one more question for you. Judges, is it croquembouche?
Man, boy, that shoe pastry was just a disaster.
I heard you call it a shoe pastry.
So I'm gonna call from here down croquembouche. And from here up, I mean, literally, it's so hard. I really don't even, clay? Is it? I'll call it clay.
Edible clay.
I'm not exactly sure here, Ryan. I don't know where the line is.
Right.
I'm not sure where these other ones start and the other ones begin. But I think it is.
I think for me, the biggest hangup I have is actually not the filling, but it's the choux itself, because by definition, a choux should be this open cavern. But I think on all other points, the crackling, the choux dough, the caramel, the assembly, which is very straight, I would say that it's a croquembouche.
It does taste like the Costco muffin.
Zachary.
Jeez, you.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Greetings, judges! If there's one thing us penguins love, it's Christmas! It's the holiday season, so I decided to make for you the Winterland Croquembouche. It's a gingerbread cookie croquembouche with a little bit of peppermint. It's flavor fit for you and me. Judges, I proudly present my gingerbread croquembouche Christmas tree.
Zach, this person has 2 Michelin stars. And you're dressed like a penguin. Oh!
Oh, it's very fun.
Yeah.
It's very fun. That is.
Yeah.
I love Christmas. I love the holidays. It's a magical time of year.
Christmas roll?
I
I
do.
couldn't remember that. That's crazy.
I love the powdered sugar. It looks like snow. I don't know. I've never seen that on this dessert, and that's actually a really cute idea for the holidays.
There's a lot of decor going on here. And
Presentation, one of the 3 things we judge on.
Yes, yes, and also having a bunch of stuff you're not going to eat on the plate. We chefs don't approve of that.
You can put all that in your mouth.
People say that to me all the time.
Zach, I love that it looks like a snow-covered pine cone.
It does look like a pine cone.
But for it to look like a pine cone, it means that the choux are really flat.
Because croquembouche, anyone can make that, right, Grant? One of the easiest things.
Easy.
Yeah, which is why my favorite thing, Santa loves, say it with me now, cookies.
Oh.
Santa loves cookies. So I thought, why don't we make a croquembouche, a gingerbread cookie croquembouche? And not at all because I f***ed up.
Wait, are these green?
Oh yeah,
These are green?
Yeah.
How'd they get green if it's gingerbread?
food coloring.
What?
Sorry, the croquembouche is gingerbread flavored. The filling is peppermint.
Wait, is this the...
Oh,
Is this the...
The little hats.
this is the crackling?
Is this your crack?
Wait, this is the...
I thought these were like
You're
little...
so sincere.
Like
This is
banana
the
slices
I
or
really-
something. I thought this was like a little
thought it was a
banana
button.
penny.
I thought it was
or
a button of
like
caramel.
like
Monique, I'm not sure if you're aware, crackling is French for little hat.
Shall we?
Please. Merry Christmas.
Here we go.
Listen to that crack.
Ooh, minty. Okay, so Zach,
Yeah.
no filling.
Well, no, actually, you're wrong. Because you tasted the mint,
Yeah.
so that's the filling. The mint is the filling. If you're tasting mint, there's only in one place. Filling.
Zach, the second bite, that's a lot of mint. How much mint did you put in here? That was like a toothpaste
So
mint.
first there's no filling. Now there's too much. I make up your mind. It sounds like there's a lot of filling.
There's no filling. It like baked
Really?
into the
Because I just
fucking-
heard lots of mint.
You tell me where that filling is.
I don't know what I just had. Whoa.
That's the filling.
Zach, this tastes like my dentist. Like when you get the fluoride treatments and they're like, what flavor? And
You're gonna look me in the beak and tell me that?
You're sure the only place there's mint is in the filling? Because I'm getting like greeny mint.
Uh-huh. That's the melted candy canes.
Oh.
It's not enjoyable.
No, that's a fair criticism.
It's called a depth of complex flavor, and I can see that my esteemed judges were not ready.
I was really excited. The flavors were very creative. Each one is so strong that it's harsh, like one right after the other.
It's like real soggy and then kind of a burnt taste on the outside.
Oh no.
And then you get a lot of mint. And then when you mix it with this little guy, tons of mint.
Now, I will say this. The caramel cranberries at the bottom are also bad.
I was so excited! Judges, is it a Croquembouche?
I mean, no. What? Does it look like a croquembouche to you? This is like the flattest. No, Zach, no.
Unfortunately, it is not a croquembouche.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to say you ruined Christmas, but I'll say it's more giving. It's like kind of like giving Krampus a little.
None of you pointed out that penguins don't live in the North Pole. That's cool.
Guys, you all did an incredible job today. Croquembouche is quite literally one of the most difficult things in French pastry to do, and no one would ever dream of doing anything like that without a recipe.
Honestly, all of you guys should just be really proud of yourselves because this has been a long season. There's been a lot of baking in this kitchen. 8 of you entered. 1 of you will be crowned the champion.
This is my first time getting to judge something like this from you guys, and I am pretty unimpressed. I don't think any of them were great. But there has to be someone in 4th place. The person in 4th place did offer us a dessert with a really good story behind it, I will say. The execution was not there. A lot of the flavors were incorrect, so I'm sorry to say. Zach, you are in 4th place.
Sorry, little penguin.
What?
And if I may, just as a word of advice, you should show us a little bit of respect and not show up dressed like a penguin.
Oh, I get it. We have the new Try Guys over here, so they have to win. You don't need Zach anymore. Okay, that's fine.
I feel like Eugene would have done a great job.
Oh!
This next dessert tasted so good. We love the flavors of this dessert, but it was not constructed properly. Breaks my heart. This is just so sad. Joyce, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're 3rd. Joyce.
I'm not shocked at all. I expected to be 3rd this time. You know what? I didn't know what a croquembouche was. I didn't know what a crackling was. You know, I put this man to work even though he's messing up his own. I made everyone help me to get to 3rd. I ain't gonna lie, I've only seen 2 episodes without a recipe. But I got here. And when you pop your pussy like this, you can never quit.
That's right.
So I'm proud to be 3rd because there's a lot of people that aren't here and they're not me.
This was a really tough decision for us because you both produced something that was really very impressive. Marissa, you gave us choux that were half beautiful and half deflated, unfortunately. The caramel did dissolve a little bit and it wasn't on the tops of the choux, but the flavor of your cream was possibly our favorite of the day. Ryan, your construction was immaculate. You had the most uniform and consistent choux. The caramel was everywhere that it needed to be, the strings and on top. There were some issues with half of the filling. Once again, this is a theme. And so our winner for Croquembouche and the champion for Without a Recipe. I'm so holding hands.
I feel like I cheated on this.
It's Ryan.
Absolutely no way! There's no way I beat Marissa! Wow! All you watching at home, you knew from the beginning. I went through the rags, I went to the dregs. I started with that caramel sauce that ruined my Girl Scout cookie. And I climbed and clawed my way to the riches. And here I am on top, the winner! And I couldn't have done it without you, because I stole your recipe the whole way through. Thank you so much. This is as much, well, it's a little bit more mine than it is yours. But I do share in this. You have your own medal, so you don't need mine.
Congratulations to Ryan, and congrats to our losers who are gonna get a chance at redemption. Tune into Without a Recipe Live, the bottom special.
Don't forget to check out our companion show, Chefs React, for more Without a Recipe madness.